Hey guys, Joe here. So yeah, Friday update. I don't think I uploaded last week's, unfortunately. Oh my God, come on, cars. So anyway, overall, pretty good. I will say that sales-wise, it definitely picked up. So hopefully this camera angle is a little bit better. I literally have it, not that you can tell, but like that thing's like facing forward like crazy. We'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, so sales wise, pretty damn good. Not like springtime numbers, but considering how slow everyone is, it's going really, really well. So today was our contractor and crew appreciation day because it's Friday. This week we did Jack Daniel's pulled pork. We did barbecue pulled chicken. I had like roasted potatoes and some other stuff as well. Honestly, I cooked way too much food. Like I'm thinking we had like from the summertime when we had, you know, probably like 6 additional people. That and there was a few other contractors that normally stop in. They weren't in, so we had way too much. Like it was crazy. So anyway, that we had a ton of picket fences, which we normally don't do. So we made it, everything was fine. But now I was starting to look at those, I don't know if you've ever seen them, those CNC chop saws. It's really damn cool. The only thing is like the footprint these things need is like, it's crazy. So you end up needing like, so you have the miter saw, but it's not your typical one. It's like, well, the whole thing moves, but I think it's like a 14-inch blade or something. So it can actually chop, which is pretty damn cool. It can chop 3 5-inch posts at a time. It can chop 25 3-inch wide pickets. That's amazing. But not only that, it's like, it's CNC. So you literally put the things in there, it clamps it down, it cuts it to whatever you need. But it's basically, you know, you have the miter saw in the middle. To the right is a 16-foot feed table, and then where that's, you know, where you put the material. And then on the other side, you either have 16 or 20 feet. So it's a total, like it's close to 40 feet long. So I'm like, where the hell do we put this thing at? So I'm wondering about that. So honestly, not a lot of crap got done this week. I did think of a way, because my developer's working on the GPS program, which is taking far too long. But we're just looking at for what our contractors need from us, and you know, also on how to help my, you know, Maria and Ashley on front counter. So I had an idea last night that I'm gonna end up building something out with just a spreadsheet, so that way you can put in the measurements and it just spits out how many line post, end post, corner post, and then after that it'll figure out pricing for you, and it'll show all the cut sections, so then you can decide how many additional sections you want based on that. So that's what, and honestly, it shouldn't take that long, because I'm kind of at this point held hostage. Anytime I do anything with a program, I'm like held hostage and I can't do anything about it. And like, I already paid the developer for the updates that are supposed to be done, and she's like, it's done, but like, of course she got paid, and now it's like, oh, it's going to take a while to like actually publish the shit. And I'm like, whatever. So that is what it is. Other than that, trying to think what else. Thank God we had the second router. Like at the time, like I didn't, like we were looking to get more into railing, so that's why I got the router. We ended up really not getting into that because the demand's just not there. And then like we sell a little bit here and there, but it wasn't enough to actually, nowhere near enough to get the router. But thank God we have it, because that enabled us to do the picket fences and everything else. So I'm glad for that. So what else did we do? The electricians came out. They got the stuff wired. Of course, after getting the stuff wired, I wish I would have got a few more things, additional outlets in like the food room. I did put an outlet for the TV area. That's going to be in that room as well. So that'll be nice for like when we, like, it's a space, it's kind of combined, but we'll end up using it for food. You know, we set up the tables now so everyone can eat in there for lunch on Fridays, which is nice. And then, but we'll end up using it for conference rooms as as well. So probably end up doing podcasts and whatnot. So, because I have some ideas with that. Met with the first contractor that we started working with as far as, helping generate leads and like all that kind of stuff. And same thing, he's getting like 3 and 4 calls a day, whereas he used to get like 4 calls a week. The number of, the amount that he's spending on Google ads is, it dropped substantially, to go from 4 leads a week to like 3 and 4 leads a day. So like 3 to 4 times more than what he's used to. And he's probably paying a quarter of what he used to. So all in all, pretty damn good. And that he's using subcontractors. He's got crews installing. Sometimes he does install, but for the most part, like, it's just going really, really well. The only thing I need from him is these videos. And he's got all the different cameras. He's got drones and everything else. And I'm like, dude, I just need the footage, and then I can, get my guy to make the edits and whatnot. And especially I have to get in this camera, because I'm like, you have this one? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, this exact one? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, this thing is so damn amazing. And again, like, if you are a contractor, chances are you're a contractor if you watch this stuff. If you are a contractor and you should be posting videos or at least shooting them, and you're not, buy this thing. It is expensive. It's the Pocket 3 by DJI. Get the creator combo, because that will have the microphone, which is super important. And then the other thing is, I personally would buy another microphone. So all said and done, like, it's not cheap. By the time you pay tax on just this with the creator combo, which is this, basically what you see, that's like close to $700, and then the additional microphone is like, just say, another $100 on top of that. So it is not cheap by any means. So it's like an $800 investment, plus the case. But this thing, I'm telling you, is legit, and it just makes it so easy to start recording really nice videos with awesome audio to boot. It's great with low-level lighting. It's just insane. And at first I was like, do I really need this? Like, I was like gonna go the cheaper route and get the Osmo Action 5, because that has really good for like low light conditions and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? I knew eventually I was just gonna buy it, because I kept on looking at it. I'm like, I knew I was gonna buy it. Like, I was trying to hold out, and I was like, no, but I did it anyway. And I am so glad I did. So glad. It's just not, the level's uncanny. It just really is. And so what I told this contractor, or this fence guy, is like, these are the perfect things, because you can because it's got the gimbal on there. You don't have to think about anything. As soon as you connect this, you're good to go. There's so many uses that you can use for this thing. It's like ridiculous. And I think what will be really helpful for everyone is that a lot of people don't like seeing themselves on camera. They don't like hearing themselves, like all this other kind of stuff, right? And there's a lot of pressure if you're specifically going to sit down and try to make content, because I tell people, like, you need an intro video, basically just being like, hey, this is Joe with H&J Fence Supply. In this case, it's for, like, just say we actually installed, which we don't. And, we book a consultation or book a, on-site quote. I would be literally sending a video like right afterwards. And there's different automations, and that's what we're working on now. But an automation that as soon as it gets booked, it just gets sent out. And it could be something as simple as like, hey, this is Joe over at H&J Fence Supply. These people are like, calm down, the light just turned green. There's a person in front of me. It's like, calm down. So anyway, as soon as it gets booked, the quote gets booked, send out this auto text that says like, hey, this is Joe over at H&J. So-and-so, Maria just told me that I have a, on-site quote with you coming up soon. And I just wanted to like introduce myself and our company and blah, 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 right? Send that. By the time, once you get out there, like, you're already starting to build trust with this customer. And so that's like one type of video. Now, what I told them is like when it's perfect for like doing repairs or, you know, while an install, because literally you can just hook this thing up on a tripod. The Creator Combo comes with this little tripod set up here, if I can grab it. So it comes with this little tripod, and then it has this external battery as well. So this is an extra battery. So it's supposed to last between the two of them like 3.5 or 4 hours. I don't know about that, to be honest with you, but like honestly, I don't need anything that lasts anywhere near that long. But you can do time-lapse videos, but I would be hooking this thing up on a, you know, if I was doing this during installations and stuff, I would hook this thing up on an actual tripod and just start recording yourself. So that way, at some point while you're installing, there might be something that hits you, and like this is like, it could be an example like you're hanging a gate and it's like, this is why we hang the gate this way. This is why we set the posts this way so they don't sag, or, you know, whatever it may be. Or like, did you know with the cross member, it should be going this way because of this reason. And if it's not done correctly, that's the main factor on why gates sag. You know, anything like that. And, you know, it a lot of times, and I just saw this for myself, and I'm comfortable on camera, but this thing's so nice that like, because you have the hand grips, you can screw on that little, you know, tripod deal and just literally walk around. And the nice part is, because with the extended battery and then you have this thing on top of it, it ends up making it like this. I don't know, I'm saying this, but it's like a foot. It's probably like a foot tall, maybe a little bit longer. And so what happens is like the camera is actually at the right height. You know, a lot of times when you're using your phone and stuff, you're trying to keep it like, you're not keeping up in the air like on top, so it's not like a great view. You know, a lot of times it ends up being lower, so it's almost like going up your nose half the time. So I really like that. Plus, as you're walking around, it's just more comfortable to talk. And then after that, you know, you take this, you open it up, and then you can plop this down somewhere. Like if you're walking around the job site and then you like come up to the deck, like you literally just plop it down. And, you know, even if it's above you, it doesn't matter, because what you can end up doing is this active track, you know, that's why it's like following me, is it will, no matter what, like you don't have to pay attention to it. So it automatically be facing you. It just makes it so convenient, because it's just one less thing to worry about. Like you don't have to, like as soon as you set up the tracking, you're literally just holding it, you're walking around, you're talking, you're not paying attention. It's like, oh, did I get the right shot? You're not worrying about that, because it's just right. And then get back. And then it makes it super simple. They have the app where you can do editing and stuff like that. I haven't really used it too much. If you notice, I don't really edit any of my videos, but this thing I love because I can literally just hook it up to the, and there was something else too, but you can, you know, just connect it to your computer. You can upload the files, you can upload them to Google Drive, like whatever you want to do, upload them to Facebook, YouTube, whatever you want to do. The other thing that's really cool with this is, and I just used it today for a video, is you can hook this thing up and use it as a webcam. Like there's so many possibilities with this thing, and it's nice because you'll probably end up seeing some things that I do with this thing as well, as far as like you can do presentations with this stuff. I'll probably do whiteboard videos and shit like that, but there's so many things you can do, and it's freaking amazing. Like, oh come on man, you're gonna like scratch up my stuff, stay there. So anyway, I would 100%, if you have the money for it. The other thing I would get is this case. So the reason for that is it puts everything in, like it's nice, neat, and organized. The only thing is this is only made for like one microphone, so I have one here. I got this one on here. It's not really meant for it, so I have to end up clipping it here, but honestly it's fine. And then it also has these filters in here, so this makes it even wider. So I think, I don't know if I touch this, so that's the only bad part. So if I put this thing on there, so it makes it a little bit wider. So you can see that versus that. So there's other filters on there for like different lighting conditions, but honestly, like you set this thing, forget it, and like you're like good to go. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with it, and you can even use a thing called Restream. So what you can do is actually record videos, and then you can connect all your social media accounts. So if you start seeing more lives from me on a larger, like a longer versions of them, and the audio and video quality is really good, it's because what's happening is I'm taking that video, like I could take this video that I'm recording now, upload it on there, and then I can choose whenever I want to upload it. You can even upload it, once you upload it, you can choose to have it run multiple times. And then, but you can connect all your channels. The only one I haven't been able to do, I didn't check out TikTok because I think that you need so many subscribers for. And then I think same thing for YouTube, but we have enough for that. And then the other one was LinkedIn, but I am waiting for the approval. But otherwise, it goes through like my personal Facebook page, it goes through my company Facebook page, YouTube for my company, YouTube for my own account. It just goes everywhere, and it just, like, you can pump out so much more content with it. I haven't tried taking photos with it, but I'm sure it's fine with that kind of stuff as well. But it's awesome. So they didn't pay me to say that, obviously, with my 300 some subscribers, but I would 100% check that out. So that's all I got so far. I think that's it. So yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, have a great day. Oh, and the cool thing is, like, you'll see this in a second, but I can actually, like, to start and stop videos and whatnot, so you don't have to record the entire time, but you can literally hit this button and it's going to stop. So anyway, you'll see what I mean. Have a great day. Talk to you. Oh wait, I haven't used it yet, but I think it's this one. You ready? Bye.